Hey everybody, Keith Dotson here, and in this video, I'll be comparing 3 ways to scan a photographic film negative: a high-end drum scan, a scan made with my high-resolution digital camera, and the scan I had made at the time the film was developed at the lab. For this comparison, I'm using a medium format 6x6 image shot on Cinestill XX black and white film. We'll start with a drum scan, and if you aren't familiar with this, drum scanning is a traditional way that was used for decades to scan film for high-end reproduction purposes. It uses a round drum with a negative affixed to the surface, which spins at a high rate of speed and is scanned as it spins. This is considered superior to most flatbed scans. Here you can see the raw scan that I received back from the lab. As you can see, it's pretty flat and needs to be edited. I opened it in Photoshop and made basic edits before pulling it into Nik Silver Effects. Now I know Silver Effects is typically used to convert color film into black and white, but I also often use it to edit my black and white film scans. After editing the look of the image, I also adjusted the size. You'll notice they scanned it at actual size, just slightly larger than 2 1/4 inches, but at a very high resolution. I'm setting it to my desired resolution of 300 dpi, which resamples it to slightly more than 40 inches square. I also used Photoshop's Content Autofill to remove that distracting car hood from another car that was in the background, and I did that on all the scans you'll see here. And here's the final edited image, ready to print. Next, I'll show you the digital image that I made of the negative with my Sony a7R IV using a Canon EF 100mm L macro lens. This gives me a 62 megapixel image that I can resample using Photoshop to approximately 42 1/4 inches square after cropping. There are a lot of videos showing how to do this, but I put my negative into a film carrier for my darkroom and lay it on top of my light panel for shooting. Here's our negative in the glassine envelope. This is my digital image of the negative. I know a lot of film shooters use Negative Lab Pro to make their film scan edits, but I just, once again, use the tools I have, which are Photoshop and Nik Silver Effects. There's the positive image, and you can see that it's got a little bit of color cast, probably from the light source. Here's the finished edit of my scan. Honestly, I knew I had a great drum scan, so I didn't take this too seriously, but if this is your sole method of scanning, you can really make your image sing with a little bit of effort. And now I'll quickly show you the scan I had made at the lab where I had my film developed. And this has been edited slightly, but truthfully it's pretty much as it came. It enlarged to 32 inches, and in my opinion that's good enough if you don't need to make giant prints, which I sometimes do. Just a few weeks ago I shipped an 86-inch print to a collector in Texas. And now before we go, I'll give you a side-by-side look at the 3 different scans. Thanks for watching. Be sure to visit my website at keithdotson.com.